What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here with the next episode of Child of Light, which I can't stop playing. I was only planning on doing a couple episodes like today, but I've actually recorded like the last 40 episodes just all in one big burst because I like the game. It's fun. It reminds me of Grandia. That's the thing that I keep coming back to, but really, they basically like copy and pasted the combat system from Grandia and then made character swapping from Final Fantasy X available, and then there you go. You've got yourself Child of Light. In the previous episode, we had picked up a new hitchhiker, just kind of gathered him with our sock, as is customary to happen whenever I go hiking, and he happened to be more useful than we would have thought. He's actually a really... Hey, what is that? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? I missed something. That's not customary. I don't do that very often, do I? Actually, I probably do. I bet that turns off the spikes. And then I'm going to sneak attack that spider. But anyways, we had picked up a hitchhiker, namely this gentleman right here with the amazing beard. He's definitely considers himself to be quite the beardsman. And so he's really good at magery. I mean, the sheer amount of wizardry this guy can lay down on somebody's head. Once you've figured out their elemental weakness, it's pretty much curtains for them. I'm going to slow him down slightly. I don't know if I should swap in Aurora right now to get rid of him. Let's get Aurora in here. I'm going to swap in Aurora, and we'll see if we can't one-shot him in the back with a slash. And so off goes the lightning strike. Now we need to help him figure out, did he just smoke a pipe before he did? He gets his magic from weed. I knew it. I 100% knew it. I said, that gentleman right there, he enjoys himself a fine Grippo the Hash. And he took out a pipe before he cast his spell. He had to give himself the proper motivation. He had to make sure his head was in the proper space before he could let it go. We've taken a bit of damage on that turn, but I think everything should turn out okay. I'm actually going to slow him down slightly. I don't think it's really going to save us. But I'm going to try. Yeah, even slowed down, he only goes at the same speed as Aurora's final cast. And so he's really good at magery. His entire... Oh, I attacked the wrong guy! Oh, no. I'm a melon-headed moron sometimes. That's bad. That's really bad, because now I have to subject you guys to me sitting here using fart gas to heal my guys. It had to happen. I apologize. There it goes. Watch that bar creep on over while we get tiny as we get tiny increments of health. I can finish that word. I will finish that word if it kills me. And so there it is. That doesn't look quite so bad on his HP resume. I think what I'll do with him is, since we're about to go through that door, I'm going to try and keep him square by just using regular auto attacks. And hopefully he gets to attack. Can I slow my own guy? God, I didn't want to risk this. Let's go for it. Balls to the wall. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. The AI is remarkably good at making sure it interrupts the same... In fact, I think it actually... My guess is that it actually just kind of attacks whoever is next in the chain behind it based on the way the AI has been acting, and it just gives the impression that every time it gets the guy perfectly. When that's actually not the case, it's just like you should use defend. They're trying to force you to use defend by making the AI do smart stuff all the time. This time, I think we should be okay, though. So let's go ahead and slow him down. Please tell me I didn't attack the wrong person again. I'm thinking about that now, and if I screwed up twice in a row, I'm going to hate myself. I'm just going to go into the corner and weep and cry and deprive myself of all of my stuffed animals or something. I don't know. I have to punish myself for all my terrible tactical decisions. Let's go ahead and get her healed back on up at least like 95 so that we can get her healed up with plants on the way back to that big door that we unlocked in the previous episode. Way the hell off to the west. Oh, we're all out of dreams too. That's sort of depressing. But we should be able to handle him maybe with the next hit from Rubella. Let's go ahead and give it a shot and see what happens. Yep, and there it is. Get ourselves a little bit more XP, which is going to level up Finn. Probably just going to give him a bunch more magic defense, and a rough sapphire is the loot that we got there, which is a really good thing. I guess there was nothing... I don't see anything over here. Seems like that might have been a little bit of a waste of time for us. You can also, I don't know if I pointed this out, but on the world screen you can go like this too, and you can heal your characters while you're sitting here. I don't know if it heals everybody. I should probably test that. He's all gassed out. I love how he turns into a little tired face after you get done. How he heals us, I'm not so sure. I don't think I want to bask in the constipated juices of any creature in order to get my health restored. I mean, that seems like a reasonably high price to pay. But then again, maybe I'm just being overly judgmental about the situation. Let's jump through the door here. And we'll see what's waiting for us, because I think we have tapped out the entire lower well. It doesn't look like there's any storyline elements to come right here. And the game saves whenever you go through a door, just so you know. So I'm always trying to break this series off after we go through a door, just to make sure... Can't go up that way. Okay, it looked like there was a little bit of an opening. But we won't be able to... Oh, God, please don't stab me with your enormous spear. Those things seem to be compensating. They definitely seem to be compensating. I mean, whoever built them, I'd be giving them sideways glances like, really, bro? You could have done a spear way smaller than that. Like, that's unnecessarily large, and that thing looks angry as hell. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap in Aurora on this one. I'm going to see if light magic will take him out because he's scary and he's going to give me nightmares later on. So let's see if we can't handle our business here. And so with Starlight Rain... Oh, I thought he juked me. He fell backwards like that, and I was like, aha, we got him. But nope. He's just being deceitful, making us feel as though we killed him. And he's like, oh, just kidding. It was a tumble. Just kidding. It was a tumble. I'm going to slow him down because I get the feeling he's going to do something absolutely... He looks like he does it through his nose, too. He's just like, ah. Just gets himself all nice and blazed up. So we've got a Paralyze that's gone out. I'm going to go for a kill on him, and hopefully the attack goes off before the spider. Good. It actually wasn't a killing blow. Disappointing, but we're water resistant, so I'm not really that concerned about it. I just don't know if Aurora's going to be able to get that one off. It's going to be so close. Everybody cross your fingers. And there it is. We finished it off rather nicely. That was a bit closer than I would have liked to admit. That's kind of one of those endings that comes right down to the line, but I think it worked out. And so now we get ourselves some well-earned treasure. Rough rubies and a couple of quickening elixirs. Alright. Got a fire doggy right there. A bunch of fire doggies. We've gone so deep down into the ground that we've ended up in hell. What is up with that? We got a tumbled ruby out of that one, which is actually really, really cool. Since we're going to be fighting a couple of battles here against what appear to be fire elementals, I'm thinking that we want to... Let's take it slow for right now because we don't know what his supporting cast is going to be when we get into this fight. But we're going to continue forward. We'll give her a magic defense upgrade for Finn. We're going to continue working in the direction of his electrocute all. Ooh, MP upgrade. I'll take it. Very nice. And then I don't think Aurora has anything going for her right now, which seems like a terrible thing to say, but it's true. So I stand by it. I stand by it. You can't make me redact it. Or retract it, I guess. Redact, retract. Meh. They all rhyme and start with the same letter. I'm sure it'll work. And so we'll equip her with a tumbled sapphire just to see, because the possibility here is that we could end up fighting against a bunch of monsters that... Okay, so not too bad. What I'll do here... So let's start with a starlight on him. I'm going to slow him down because he's scary. I don't think that Finn has any light elemental magic. I think he's just got your basic elements like water, wind, and fire. Let's go for a monsoon on the fire dog because clearly this is going to work. Like, there's no way this is not going to work just awesomely. And so as he sizzles a little bit, she's paralyzed in place, which, while problematic, doesn't actually scare me that much. So with him, what I would prefer to do is let's just throw out regular melee damage. I mean, I don't want to waste any more MP on this than I have to. Wow, she's been stunned for a really, really long time. Let's put her in defense mode. Yeah, because they're going to do that anyways. I had a feeling he might even attack her, so we'll see how it goes down. He's going to gather strength. I'm going to see how much this water affects him. And then, not wanting to use any more MP, I think I'm just going to go for a knock right there. And so 40 vulnerable to water, it's about the same amount as any other attack, which makes sense given the percentiles that they had given us on our stat screen. I should probably use this time to heal up a little bit, so let's do that. Or just sitting here waiting and doing nothing. And once again, my most fervent apologies. Those apologies would require me to cross my hands and just be like, "Rah!" and just grovel on the ground. I wish that this mechanic was a little bit quicker. Like, you could hold down maybe left and right click simultaneously to make it go faster. Would be something that, like, you could buff it up basically. And if you did that on the enemies where you held down left click and right click, it would slow them even further. But it would drain a lot faster. Maybe some kind of way to haste yourself towards this same end. And so from there, we're just going to take a swipe at this guy. I don't know if water's going to hurt him or not, but we'll give it a try. Down he goes. We broke him into pieces. Grab a few more dreams, because I think this transfers on out to the external map as well. So we've got skill points available. It's very, very dark down here, but there's a treasure chest, so it's worth it. If there's one thing I will suffer the darkness for, it would be insane amounts of treasure that allow me to buy like a Benz. I don't think that kind of treasure exists in this. Hey, none of that, pal. None of that. I'm actually going to get the mana out of this thing before we go into the next battle, just to ensure that we have enough. There's another crow right there with a beard. So we'll attack that dog, because the one thing that this game has taught me is that if I skip any combats, I will regret it. Now on this side we know that he's weak to fire, he's weak to water, so we have a choice right now. I'm going to focus fire. Oh, we don't want wildfire. No, that's a terrible spell to use on him. If this was Final Fantasy, it would like heal him or something. And so he takes a giant puff puff, but he doesn't pass because he's a douche like that. He's that guy at the party. And so we will finish off by slashing the doggy, putting it on down, and then we'll try and chain stun the pig for the remainder of the combat. I'm going to go against my better discretion right now and hit him with a wildfire, because we have absolutely nobody who's any good with fire. But I think it should work out in our favor. There's 105 right there. He finds himself interrupted. I'm going to take a little bit of time to try and heal up Finn, and then we'll come back over here to slow him down. And for the remainder of the combat, I think we should be able... Oh, he dodged it. Damn it. And I pulled off too fast. And so he's going to rock super hard right now. And that was a geology joke, which I'm allowed to make. Even though it's cringeworthy, I'm allowed to make it because I'm a geologist. That's what happens. You gain the right to make cringeworthy puns about rocks the moment you become a geologist. They give it to you with your degree. They're like, here you go. You get it. I mean, you've earned it. It looks like he pulls his staff out of his beard. And why is everybody barefoot in this adventure? Like, really, you should think about investing in some awesome hiking boots before you go on anything like this. I mean, that would just be common sense, but maybe I think about it too hard. We'll grab those to replenish ourselves, and we got ourselves, I think that's a magic damage up, a magic stardust, yeah. So that's going to make us better at casting. Continue gathering plants here. We got ourselves another confession. We want to bait him downwards. And then once he comes down, we're going to assault him. Over here, she still has an activity she can participate in, so we're going to throw out a starlight. Now try and get all these guys kind of lumped around each other, because I find it goes a little bit better if I do that. With him, we're going to go ahead and throw a lightning strike on one of the front spiders. So there it is. And instead of slowing anybody right now, instead what I'd like to do... You. Paralyzed Aurora, unfortunately. Okay. So... let's use knock on this kind of gimpy looking spider over here who's not feeling so great. Although who does feel great after getting hit with a lightning bolt? I mean, that just seems like common sense. Obviously she's gonna have to defend because there's no way she's getting her attack off right here. They both went after Finn, and see, there's no logic to the whole thing. Like you would think they would try and interrupt her, but nope. They go after Finn. What can I do here? I can't win if I tried. Let's heal up Finn for a second. Save ourselves some of Rubella's MP. I don't like how Rubella has become kind of a sidelined character now, though. Like, bringing DPSers until you absolutely need heals seems to be the name of the day here. We'll gather those up, and we will continue plugging farty gas into him. He smells bad enough already. He smells terrible. He smells like a college dorm room. I'm going to, with my final attack... He doesn't have the MP to spend on anything else right now, so it may be worthwhile to maybe think about swapping out... Let's try. We'll swap in Rubella right now. Rubella's quick. I don't know if she'll land it, though. I mean, she's really, really fast when it comes to her attack speed, but wasn't positive she'd make it, so that's fine. We didn't end up any worse off than we were in the first place. The hot swaps are free, so you might as well do them. Oh, so close. They landed on exactly the same time. Brutal. So close. I think I'm going to indulge in a heal right here. Let's go ahead and throw a heal off to Finn. Use the last of our influence right there to slow him down for a second. And then down he goes. Let's say collect wishes, but I don't have any. Finn is leveled up to 16. I am 100%. If you're starting this game off by yourself, I would strongly recommend that you kill everything you come across. It seems to be the secret. Like, we don't run into that same problem we had on the last map, where everything is overpowering us all of a sudden, and then you gotta sit and grind for a minute. Grab all of those. I do like that minigame. I don't know why that minigame is so pleasing to me, but for whatever reason, I do enjoy playing the little minigame where you chase the lights. Is there anything else down here? I know that we can loot using our cursor, but... So basically he's in attack position. Ah, I tried to get him, but it's going to be an ambush, I think. No? No ambush? Alright, well, acceptable. Extremely acceptable. I am going to... God, I don't know. I think I'm going to swap out for Aurora so that we can kill the dog up front. Who do I want to free? There we go. We'll slow him down slightly. And then we'll throw out a Monsoon on the dog, so hopefully we can get a kill on the first turn. Throw out that OTK. And there it is. So the plan went through just as we had wanted it to. He's going to gather strength for a minute. We don't know what the spider's going to do. He's going to throw out Icy Claws. So a little bit of damage right there. Doesn't entirely matter because we're water resistant. And so now at this point we want to put Rubella back in because he's weak to fire, which we don't have anybody who can fight fire. So that's that. We have no fire with which to fight fire. No water with which to fight fire. God, that was a dumb sentence. Every time I think I've outdone myself on the spectrum of dumb things to say. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's all I can say about it. He's going to set us back, unfortunately. And so now nothing's left except to basically just kind of auto-attack him to death. We'll throw out a wildfire just to speed this along because I know you guys don't want to get stuck in combat for an entire episode. Still not going to be enough. He's going to get one more attack. I like how he does kind of a strumming motion when he does that too, so it's almost kind of physically punny. I'm going to throw out another heal because we don't use her very often. Oh, please don't kill him. I was going to say, we really kind of need this heal to go off. I don't want anybody in my party at that low of health before. We should be able to get a tumble off with her first. Yeah, there it is. Very good. And so down he goes. And a rough emerald as a prize. Let's go ahead and jump into our Oculus menu because I know we haven't fiddled with this at all during the course of this episode. So there it is, and that's going to give us another set of tumbled rubies, which are now going to become faceted rubies. I don't know if the faceted, I don't know how high the tiers go up. The tiers could conceivably go up really, really high until you have items that are, you know, 30-40% major buffs that can basically invalidate entire dungeons if you get lucky. They're doing a pretty good job right now of spreading the elements around to keep that from happening because, honestly, the entire game would be a cakewalk in which you basically just stood around swapping elements at the beginning in order to make everything easier. Defense upgrade right there, that's definitely something that I feel like Aurora could use. Finn is on his side, and he's ready for an HP upgrade. His HP is quite low, so that should help out a little bit. I'm also liking the distribution of the talents. I'm never feeling as though, like with certain sphere grid games or games that use talent trees, sometimes you really feel like there's a downside to taking a certain tree. Here I feel like I get a little bit of a mix of everything with a focus on like one thing in each tree, and I like that. It makes me feel like I'm not falling too far behind in any one thing. So now we need the Water of Lethy's source. Let's go ahead and turn these off because that has a severe propensity for impaling me. And things are shaking. Let's go ahead and get everybody's mana refilled that way. So it's a pool full of Slimer slime. Oh, damn. Okay. And so one can only assume that these are arranged by element. I love that music. God, listen to that for a second. Sounds absolutely great. It sounds magnificent. I think we're gonna focus on... Let's focus on the water one first, I guess. I don't know what he does, but my assumption is that he might heal or something, and I would just prefer to keep that from being... Oof. Okay, so we lucked out in allocating our abilities properly right there. 110 damage done. No point really slowing him down, so I'm going to slow down green. Well, we might be able to get an attack off right there. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we got an interrupt off. Cool. Unfortunately, this kind of just passes the buck down the line. I'm going to take another Serpent's Tongue, and that one is actually going to find purchase deep, deep within the annals of Finn's robes. And so I think I'm going to go... We're just going to keep focus firing the guy in the back, I think. Just make sure. We already have the team out to defeat him, so we might as well go for it. And then for her... Let's go for it, whatever. I'm just going to say damn the torpedoes, and we're going to stick full speed ahead on... We're outnumbered, so I really feel like eliminating one of these guys is going to be a much better plan. There we go. So we've already killed off one of them. Lick of Flame. Woo! Definitely visually exhilarating. I really, really like the way this game is presented. It is simply gorgeous. There's no other way around it. Like, you can't even talk about it without just being forced to admit the fact that the game just looks great. Even the way that they bound the sprites together just looks fantastic. I mean, I don't even know if these are sprites. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know terminology and stuff. I just talk out of my ass. The next thing that's weak to our entire party is going to be the fire guy. So what we'll do is we'll throw a heal on Rubella's next turn, and then after that, on the turn following, we will swap in Aurora. So let's go ahead and do that now. So there's the heal that's away. And with 110 damage out, I'll take this time to think about maybe refilling my fate meter. Oh, my big bad caster is all done and handled. That's unfortunate. So let's go ahead and swap now for Aurora. And what Aurora is going to be able to do is just attack for water damage, so her auto attack is going to be able to cause enough pain to where... They really, really, really don't want him to deal damage. The green one is the quickest. And so it's almost worth it just to kind of... I'm going to have her defend because I do feel like they're going to get a turn off before I can do anything here. God. Keeping somebody paralyzed the entire time is definitely causing me a little bit of pain here. Let's continue checking that jaw on the red serpent. I'm going to continue to try and slow down the green one because he's definitely got the attack that is the most disruptive to our rotation. Over here on this side, we've got 2 more casts left coming, so let's throw out a Monsoon. That's also going to act as an interrupt, which was unintended. I wasn't sure if that was going to fall inside the confines of everything else that was happening. But there it is, we lucked out. Let's go ahead and slash the red guy one more time. Oh, I ran out of juice at just the wrong moment. That was me not paying attention right there is what that was. So Lick of Flame is now out. We've got 56 HP remaining on one of our main characters. We're forced to choose a Gambit here, but I think it's going to turn out okay so long as we use a healing tonic on her with our support character. He's still not down. He's still hanging in there. Got a tough chin on him. They're both fighting with their eyes closed. Not recommended. Not recommended as far as I know how fighting works, but you know what? Keep your eyes closed. Whatever. See if we can get both attacks off, although this might be fatal. Nope. We're still in this. I'm actually gonna allow them both to take their turns. Serpent's tongue, did you see that? There's a typo. It's the Serpent's tongue. And so I'm gonna use a minute here. Well, let's take a second and throw some heals around because I am feeling as though our health is a bit precarious at the moment. And so in restoring that, I'm going to take the edge off of Finn because he really is kind of our linchpin character. Without him, we aren't hurting anybody. And I can only guess that he's like Earth Elemental or something. I don't know how to hurt Earth Elementals. Or Dark Elemental. We might try throwing a Starlight on him or something. I don't know. Either way. Let's see if we can't get rid of Fireboy here. There it is. And so he finally eats a little bit. I was going to say dust, but he fell into a lake, so he's eating water right now. Let's try it. We'll do a Starlight on him and just kind of see where it happens. And then with him, I don't think we actually have anything for Earth. I don't know what hurts Earth. Fire? I think fire hurts Earth, so maybe we'll try... Maybe we'll try that right there. There's no wishes left. We're all out of wishes and dreams and hopes. Everything is dead. Okay, so he's going to be able to hit us reasonably hard. But I think we've got an angle on him to where he's not going to last too much longer. We're doing default damage right there with her. And then, oh, we're actually out of MP. We'll throw out a healing tonic because I'm not necessarily sure if it's actually worth it right now. To use a magic tonic? I mean, let's use one. We've got a ton of them, so we might as well. Allow him to get back into the fight, have her defend just in case he tries to do an interrupt. He did not. Let's go for a final wildfire and see if maybe a little bit of Ryo action right there. Ryo of the wildfire. Yeah, Ronin Warriors reference. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little bit of extra HP. God, I haven't seen that show in forever. I remember I sat down one day and watched them all on YouTube or something like that. Everybody got a level up from that one, so that's good. We'll have a bunch of points that we can allocate, and that should purify Lethy's pool. Come to the water, quickly. Was that flip necessary? Now you're just showing off. Birds they were, now be free. Lift the curse, the Capili. So there it is, they are now uncursed. What great folks are we. What a curious basin. It shows you what your heart is craving. Perhaps it will show me the moon and sun. Have a look, it's worth a run. Please, it's Holy Saturday. I beseech your grace. The people await your speech, your grace. My Aurora, my heart is broken. Your grace, someone bring the doctor. Your grace? Father, did you see the sun and moon? Make your magic again, quick. It only works once. I'm gonna be sick. Finn! Grandpa, good to see you about. None of that. Come here, you cowardly lout. Princess? Aurora, please, madam. Thank you on behalf of my people, Aurora. We were afraid to never again see the soft green hills of Lemuria. I wish I could be happy. My heart is colder than frost. I fear that for my father all hope has been lost. The lady's flute, let us see what it will do. Fingers crossed. Aurora, you sing like a bird. What sweet music I just heard. Nothing changed at all, not even the weather. Yet somehow I feel a little better. And so here we are. I think I'm going to break the episode off here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Child of Light. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Take care out there, everybody, and I'll see you in the next, well, yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.